If you follow these steps, you're going to be financially and locationally independent in 3 to 6 months, just like us. My name is Ruan, and my wife Marti, with baby Millie, are traveling the world as digital nomads, working online, making money, and having a lot of fun. And today I'm going to share with you step by step how this life that we live can become your reality as well. If we could do it from a massage therapist and a farmer, which is probably the furthest thing removed from a digital nomad, you can do it too. And now we're doing it with a baby in tow, traveling the world, working, spending loads of time as a family together. And that's what I want for you as well, to have your time be your own and to not be stressed constantly with financial difficulty. And right now I want you to just take a sip of your coffee. I'll join you. And relax and know that if you put in the effort and if you work smartly following these steps, you will achieve the goal of financial independence and locational independence. Before we jump into step one, I also just want to say this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's going to take time and effort, and the first week you're not going to make money, and unless you're very special, you're not going to make money in the first month. But 2 months from now, you're going to make a little money. 3 months from now, you're going to be saying, okay, this seems to be working. And 6 months from now, you're going to be looking back at this moment where you decided to start and say that was the best decision I've made in my entire life. And that is the goal of this video, to get you to that point. But it's going to take a little bit of work and a little bit of smarts. There are essentially 4 ways to make money. Location-bound entrepreneurs like a shop owner or a self-employed electrician. Then you get location-bound employees like me and Marti were, farmers and massage therapists, something in that line. Then you get your location-independent employees. That's your geeks, your IT specialists, something like that. And then you get what we're going to be talking about today, your location independent entrepreneurs like a freelancer or a person that has their own business but it's not location dependent. A location independent employee sounds to a lot of people simpler and like something they'd rather go for. But the thing with that is that it's generally a little bit harder to actually get a job that's fully remote as a location independent employee, unless you've got really cool skills like geeks. But then on the freelancing side, it's much easier to get a bunch of small gigs than to get a full-time location independent job. So that's where we're going to be focusing, and let's start step by step. What's the first thing you can do to start this journey? So firstly, pick a skill that you can sell remotely, that people will pay for, and that you would be willing to do, a skill that you have or a skill that you would be willing to learn. And then you go and you look on the job boards. Let's say you go on Upwork and you type in website designer, and you see what types of jobs are available and how readily available those types of jobs are. And if you're satisfied that that is something that you are willing to put effort in and that you want to do, then you go and you start building up your portfolio. And I want to stress this, and I don't know how to stress it enough. Don't spend 1,000 hours on YouTube learning how to do this thing that you want to do. Learn by doing. That way you don't spend a lot of time learning a lot of things that might even be irrelevant, and you just learn so much quicker and so much better when actually doing it. And create 1, 2, 3 projects for this portfolio of yours, and by the time you get to the 3rd project you're doing for this portfolio, you're going to realize this first project that you were proud of was actually pretty bad, and you throw that out and you replace it with a 4th one and maybe a 5th one, and then maybe you throw another one out. And if you've got 3 in your portfolio that you're pretty happy with, don't go for perfection, but that you're pretty happy with, that you would pay someone to do that for you. Then you go on the job boards, go on Upwork, wherever you want to find your clients, or like I did, cold calls, and you show your portfolio to them and you ask them if they'll pay you to do something for them. Or even like I did in the beginning, I just offered my services for free, and I got reviews from clients and testimonials, and I built my own personal website and displayed my portfolio there with all the positive comments from previous clients that I did free work for. And that's how I got my foot in the door and got much more credibility. So the next time I showed my portfolio to someone, they were like, oh yeah, sure, I'll pay you for that work. And as easy as that, you've got your foot in the door and you're making money online. Not a lot, but do it for 2 months, 3 months, consistently, 4 months, 5 months. Your quality of work is going to improve so much working for actual clients and just putting in the repetitions, that not only is it going to become easier to find new clients, it's also going to be clients that pay you a little bit more than what you asked initially. At the start, you are not as efficient as someone that actually knows what they're doing, and you can't really in good conscience charge someone for your hours, but you're still spending a lot of your time YouTubing and figuring out how to do this thing that they want you to do, or how to do that thing that they want you to do. So it might be a good idea to start with your pricing as a per project thing rather than a per hour thing. You can do per hour, and maybe just start low, and then as your confidence builds, as your abilities grow, so does your income per hour or per project. And that's it. It's not complicated. Now that you've started and you're actually making money online, that shouldn't be where you stop. The next step is earning more while doing less. So at the moment, me and my wife, we work 4 hours a day, and we've got so much free time to spend on the beach, to play with our baby, to just relax and not stress too much. But the way we did that is we leveraged what we had into something that paid much more than we could ever actually possibly earn on a per hour basis. There's only so many hours that you can work in a day, and if you don't follow these next steps, your income is always going to be limited by how long you can work in a day. And for some of you, that's 2 hours, and it's just not enough. For some of you, it's 4 or 6 or 8 or maybe 12 hours in a day, but that's your ceiling, and that is as much as you are ever going to be earning. You might raise your hourly rate a little bit, but it gets to the point where no one will employ you for a higher rate. And that's where these next couple of tips I'm going to share comes in. Raising your income without raising your hours that you put in. And one way that Marti did that, as she created all these social media posts for these companies, she took what she knew or what she created, and she replaced the name of the company with just a general brand name, whatever. And this series of posts that she did, she repurposed it and sold it on Etsy as templates. And that way, the income from that, she got the income from the actual job, but then she also got a passive income from those sales still continuing until this day from work that she did once, getting income again and again and again and again. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to get stuck into hours in, money out. You want to put hours in, money out, money out, money out, money out, money out. And that's what I said in the beginning. You want to work smarter and not harder. I think I said it, but I'm saying it now again. So that's one way that you can leverage what you do, is you create templates. You create, let's say you're an English teacher online, you create the full course, which you then can market and sell. You're in any case creating the content and putting in the hours, teaching someone the skill. Record that and package it and sell it in a way that you're not limited by how many hours you put in, and your income isn't directly correlated to how many hours you put in. The way that I did it is with the websites I designed, I charged my clients for hosting. I bought a bulk package for hosting, and then I charged the clients on a per month or per year basis for hosting their website, and I took the profit off that. And I started with the website building, I think it was 3 years ago, and still to this day, every year people renew their websites. I get that money in. I don't have to design another website. So time in once, money out, money out, money out, money out. Every year that they want their website to stay online, I'm getting money out, but I only put the work in once. So I want to encourage you right from the start, when you start making money online, start thinking, how can I do work once but get paid for it repetitively? Depending on your specific situation, there's going to be different ways and different smart things that you can do. Working smarter and not harder to actually make this dream you have of financial independence a reality. Like I mentioned, me and my wife, we work 4 hours a day, and I think realistically, working 1 or 2 hours a day, you can make a start and get your first client, maybe even get your second client. And once you see that this is working and you're actually getting money in this way, then you've got that security that, okay, now maybe I can quit my job. quite frankly, it's actually not that complicated getting started in earning money online. And I'm gonna encourage you now to, and this is shooting myself in the foot because it's gonna be my videos that get recommended next after this video probably, but I want to encourage you to not click on the next video that pops up on YouTube, but to switch it off and start doing something. Think, what do I want to do? Maybe go on Upwork and see if there's demand for the specific skills that you've got. Maybe just put half an hour in starting to organize your thoughts and organize your things in such a way that you can start building your portfolio. And then tomorrow you put in an hour, the next day you put in an hour, the next day you put in an hour, and before you know it, you've got a decent portfolio, and then you apply for a job. And with every job, you just improve your portfolio, and the next job is easier to get. The next job you get paid more, and then you start leveraging that so that you get paid multiple times for effort that you put in one time. And before you know it, you've got your financial independence. So I'll see you guys in the next video, not right now. Go do the work, and I'll see you sometime soon. Yeah, subscribe.